Hello my fellow Ekko enjoyers. Today we'll be watching another Xiao Ben Ekko video, and this one's called How to Hard Carry with Ekko. And I'm really curious to see, because of course this game is one where he's playing against TF, which is a pretty easy matchup. Oh, interesting, he's starting Q here. So these kind of games, of course, you can expect him to win here, but a lot of people will still not hard carry in these games, so I think watching those kind of games is definitely also very useful for learning. Just to see like how you really should be dominating those matchups. But I'm actually curious the fact that he started Q here. I feel like it's a matchup where you can, like in most matchups, honestly, you can just start E with Hail of Blades. I guess because of the W start, maybe? Very interesting. Yeah, definitely just curious to see how he really plays this. Okay, I guess level 2. Doran's ring start. I guess if you go, like, he plays Scorch basically every game as far as I know. And if you do that, then I think you would probably go for the Doran's ring start as well. It's just like the most early power you can have. Okay, now the TF uses all of his abilities and then he goes in. That's how you need to play the game. You know, you always wait for the enemy to use their abilities and then you look to trade. And preferably they of course use the abilities on the minions, so you just trade them. Okay. You can see though, he's like not trading too aggressively, to be honest. I think TF is definitely a champ where you can get baited into trading too much. Like, you can see that he hits back for sure. Like he does hit back. Okay, maybe you can do something here. Oh, misses the Q. If he hit the Q there, then the TF is definitely struggling. Yeah, now he actually needs to flash out. What the fuck? Wait, what happened? The Xin just like accidentally stepped into the tower, I think. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, good roam by the support though. You will notice in these kind of elos, supports definitely do roam to the mid lane very early. This should be a bunch of kills for him. Okay, he actually just leaves the one. Like, I think I personally would have probably been greedy here and tried to go for the Lulu. I guess it's definitely better to just not die though. Okay. This is such a, like, you need to make sure not to get too greedy with Ekko sometimes. Often it's just good to take the small wins, or like smaller wins. I mean, getting a kill in the early game is always nice. But yeah, like, don't get too greedy. I think I really would have tried to kill the Lulu there as well. And that would not have been bad, of course, I think, if you get another kill, but yeah, look like the Lulu, for example, was quite greedy there. Oh, why did he get an assist for the Lulu? Yeah, that was pretty unnecessary by them. And now they're just gonna 4-man bot at level at minute 10. This poor Varus. Rip. What does he buy here? Lichbane? I guess so. Or he... Oh, he just CP back, he didn't even base. Actually, like, his team is kind of losing. You can see 10 to 7 kills. Nocturne very fed here. Wow. Man, I swear, Nocturne with this item is so annoying to face. It's like the map is just permanently dark, and then he buys Axiom Arc as well. It's not a good experience. I really dislike playing against Nocturne. It's just like, you never know if you can join fights and like when you need to join fights and how it's like, it actually makes such a difference. He's definitely in a position to carry though. I wonder if he will go Mercs. Like, surely he will go Mercs. Good shot down. The Nocturne is definitely very, very strong here. He has to go Mercs, right? It's against Lulu, TF, Nocturne. Gwen is AP as well. Okay, they get the shutdown though. MF also disgusting champ. The fact that none of the lethality items got touched in, or like are gonna get touched in the next, yeah, and Barris as well actually. The fact that none of these items are getting touched is insane to me. Yeah, instant mercs by. I guess I will really have to try his build as well. I started playing some more mid lane and his build seems to be quite good, and I've heard a lot of people say that it's good. It's just so sad, you know, like I really enjoy playing with Rocket Belt. And I mean, Rocket Belt still feels playable, and especially with Storm Surge, it does feel quite solid still. It's just that Storm Surge, of course, is getting nerfed really hard. So that's very sad. Like if they only reduced the AP from 100 to 90 next patch, then it would still be fine in my opinion. But they're also nerfing the AP scaling really hard, so very sad times. I swear it's just because people were constantly complaining. And I think they just nerf the item for the wrong reason. They nerf it because champs like Akali abuse it, you know, but just nerf Akali instead. That's such a disgusting champ. I don't know. And especially because Fizz, for example, is getting nerfed, but Akali isn't. It's such weird balancing decisions. Nocturne TF is also such a... It's a combo I've seen a bunch of times actually now. Okay, let's see how, like, he can carry this for sure. Of course, it's why the game is on YouTube anyways, but yeah, I wanna see. Let's see what he does here. Let's see, he's not like going over like an idiot. He's definitely picking his timings. This build there has to be insane for pushing red. Okay. Just disrespecting him. Man, support players or something else. I have to say. He's still not in very high elo though, by the way, I have to say. Like, this is... I don't want to put him down because he is an incredibly good player, but of course the fact that he's still playing in... Because this is a new account, right? This account didn't have Challenger MMR or anything. And I think I looked yesterday and he was still only Diamond 175 LP. So like, probably D-rank from Masters, but it's like... He's actually playing in Masters lobbies and not in like Challenger lobbies with... Or like in Master with Challenger MMR, you know? MMR. Dude, I can't talk. So he's definitely still kind of smurfing in these lobbies. Rabadon's at 23 minutes. No Magi Spy. I mean, it's kind of understandable in this kind of lobby, I have to say. Almost level 16. I think it's funny that he has the English voice lines. I just wonder why this is in the video right now, where we're watching him walk out of base. One thing I definitely like about Ekko mid lane way more than Ekko jungle is your ability to just play the correct macro, you know, and like be on the sidelines when you need to be and stuff. It's much more difficult with Ekko jungle. So like winning games with Ekko mid is a bit easier in my opinion, especially when you're in an elo where people are idiots. You just need to make sure not to enter early, but I actually think I've learned it quite quickly. Like, I've gotten much better, it didn't take me too long. I still make mistakes, but I don't make mistakes that are that big that I can't play the game. Does he get a penta here? No, I guess not. You can see though, he's really strong. I hope he's also gonna buy Magi's here. Well, Magi's is like an item... the first couple of days when I played the game, I felt like I lost a lot of games because of it, but now I started buying it a bunch, and I don't know, like, it gives HP, which is kind of nice in this kind of meta, and also, I don't know, if you really adapt your playstyle to it, you can definitely just not die, you know? Yeah, you really need to be confident in your ability to not die that much if you want to buy it. Very interesting. He's also buying the Crypt Bloom item here. I guess it's like White Stuff versus versus Crypt Bloom is really mostly about the about the enemies, how much MR they buy, you know? If they buy small amounts of MR, you can just go Crypt Bloom, and if they have real tanks, you should just go White Stuff, I guess. And especially if you have this kind of build, the healing is actually not bad, you know? And the area is really big as well. I assumed that it was gonna be quite a small area when it first came out, but it's actually pretty big. You can see it's like this whole bloom, I guess, opening up after getting a kill. Okay. Yeah, invading the buffs is also really nice nowadays. It feels very rewarding. Taking all of the buffs away from the enemy team and getting them for your own team. It's quite nice. Yeah, against Nocturne, for example, he can... I mean, in that... Let's just rewind really quick as well. In that, like, instance, he probably never should base you, never should push you because his whole team is based, but especially against Nocturne, you really can never be on the side lanes and overextend. It's just you're gonna get punished instantly. And in general, of course, you can also see, I think, like, he's basically never split pushing her, and I think it's mostly because of Nocturne. Maybe also, yeah, and like Nocturne and TF, you just cannot split push against these champs without getting punished. So he's just grouping up with his team. Oh, wow, okay. You can see here, he basically used his ult only for gap closing. Didn't really work, but after level 16, you really should never be greedy with your ult. There was the heal, you could see it, right? How it opened up the whole lane, basically. I think this game is definitely a very good example of how to carry versus high CC teams, you know? Because he's playing against one of the highest CC teams possible, basically. He's playing against a lot of CC, and I think a big part of his success here is just playing pretty patiently, waiting for the right opportunities, playing with his team especially as well. Man, I'll have to try out his build. It does seem to deal a lot of damage. Although, of course, again, like if you're this fat, you're gonna deal damage with any build. So I think Rocket Belt is viable. I think this build is viable. It's mostly just up to preference and what you enjoy playing with. But yeah, I hope you guys could learn something from this video. If you did, then be sure to leave a like and watch the next one. Bye.